Hey everybody, this is Wade with Full Throttle Detail here, and we're out here on the cold fall day, and we're going to be doing an interior job on this really messed up car. This thing is just awful. It's just dirty. I don't even know what the seats look like underneath, but we're still gonna be extracting. So, as you can see, the panel, everything's pretty grimy. Got some dusty stuff going on, and it's just a good solid coat of grease and disgustingness all over this car. We got some stains here, bunch of clothes. I'm sure there's plenty of change in here and whatnot. We got some more stain action going on there. As you can see, it's pretty filthy in here. This car is so messed up. Bunch of clothes, dirt, sand. I'm probably gonna throw a lot of this out. She's probably not even gonna know that I'm getting rid of it. Emergency car jump start. What the fuck is this thing? Alright, so I've cleaned all the garbage out of the car, and I've got a good solid half bag of trash. This is what the car looks like without trash, whatnot. Seats are actually fairly clean. I mean, there's some light extraction that can be done, but I mean, they're really not that bad overall. Not a lot of stains. I gotta get the coins and stuff out of here still, but you know, I'll give you guys a close-up. Everything's pretty filthy. Even the top dash here is just grimy. Everything's real grimy. I'm not gonna go in here because there are tampons in there, and she can take care of that herself. Back seat's pretty filthy. Needs to be extracted. Under the seat's got a ton of sand and rocks. All the trash, like I said, is out of the car, but this is just a view without the floor mats and the seat covers and stuff like that. So you guys get a general idea of what we have in store. And I'm not going to be doing any action takes. I'm just going to clean the car and then show you guys the after footage. So you can see here, it's pretty filthy. I mean, that's what the rug is kind of supposed to look like. And that's what it looks like over in the corners here. Our floor mats are not big enough. So we'll be cleaning like the weather stripping and shit like that. I mean, I'm not going to go crazy and do the jams. But, you know, just the weather stripping and the paneling, and basically it's going to be a full-on hardcore interior detail. And I'm going to be using the steamer and the extractor. Steamers are good because, you know, not only do they sanitize, but they also break down some pretty ridiculous stains. You don't have to waste a ton of money on chemis, and you're using pretty much water. So let me get cleaning, and I will show you guys the after result. I just want to show you guys the tools that I'm using here. So I'll start with the vacuum. 6 horsepower, pretty decent shop vac. I'm actually a Rigid. It's not technically a shop vac brand, but very good wet dry. Works good for extraction. We got this is actually a nozzle off of my blaster tool, my air blaster. Fits right on the damn vacuum. Really good for small spots. I also have a crevice tool. I just didn't grab it. Good tool to use for, you know, under the seats and whatnot, but you can also use it to blow out vents and stuff like that, which I don't have access to my air compressor now, so I'm going to be using that to blow out dirt and stuff. This is really good for carpets. It's cheap, but doesn't break, and I've used it a million times, and it gets most of the sand up. If I were to have a Tornador vacuum attachment, my life would be a lot easier, but I'm waiting to buy all the necessary tools until I get my shop open. So like I said, this is just a pretty basic job. I'm also got, you know, this small brush here, and the, you know, very cheap looking but very good extraction tool. So I can't complain about this thing. I've extracted 1.5 million seats and carpets with that thing, and it does a really good job. Spray bottle, Bissell carpet cleaner, and just some general purpose degreaser. And that stuff's actually pretty good. I got it at Family Dollar, and it costs like $1.25. And it's pretty strong. So yeah, down here I have some cheap household steamer. It was like $200. This thing's amazing. I've used this thing 1 million times, and the element still works, or the boiler I should say still works in here. I just ordered a dimer. It was $2,100, and that's going to be strictly for the cars. This was just bought for household cleaning, and it's got floor attachments and a bunch of little things in here. But so yeah, I'm going to be using this to clean most of the really nasty stuff in the rugs and whatnot. So right now that's basically the tools that I'm going to be using. I've got rags and stuff like that, but I don't need to show you guys that. So I'm going to go ahead and start vacuuming, and I'll show you the after. Okay guys, so this is the after vacuum. Definitely reveals a lot of stains and whatnot, and so there's some stuff that I didn't really get out, but I vacuumed all the doors out and all the seats and whatnot. The front seats weren't bad because they were covered. Back seat, you can see that the floor has just got horrendous stains. The back seat itself, it's lightly soiled. It's not too bad, but I'm going to try and get everything out of this car as much as I can, just because of the simple fact that, you know, that's what I do. I'm a detailer, not a half-asser, so things like cigarette burns, you can't get those out, but, you know, that's a cigarette burn too, but there's some staining in it. Some stains up here on the seat, you know what I mean? As you can see, the carpet's heavily soiled. And just another, you can see, clean, not clean, so there's some stains or burns right there. I think those are stains. I still got to do the center console area, the cup holders. You know, I vacuumed inside of this, the emergency brake thing, and I just got to do this spot now, and then I'll get to, actually I'm going to start steaming the panels, and then I'll do the rug. Okay guys, so I've steamed the driver's side and the rear seat driver's side, and I just wanted to show you guys real briefly. I missed the spot. I was too busy trying to test the steamer out. I haven't used it in a while, so I haven't done the seat here yet, or the carpet. As you can see, it's still kind of dirty. But I have steamed the majority of this, and as you can see, there are just some parts here that just don't come clean. This actually is like eroded off. It was like this before. It was all eroded off from, she rests her foot up here, so I guess it just fucking discolored. So the door is nice and clean. I got the dash nice and clean. Let me put the seat back here. I'll show you guys. You know, the vents, everything. You know, everything's nice and clean. The driver thing. I haven't finished the cup holder yet. When you guys do these, the emergency brake things, you want to pull the leather up all the way. I steamed this. As you can see, there's some stuff still dripping. I don't do my final wipe down until I do like the dash polish stuff, but I mean, as you can see, it's fairly clean. I've done half the car, so you know, don't judge this side of the car because I haven't even cleaned it yet. So I just did the driver's side to give you guys a comparison to how dirty this car is really, you know, how dirty it really is. I mean, now I did extract the rear carpet and the rear seat, and you guys can go back in the video and see. Oops, I gotta put the seat forward so you can see underneath the seat. Okay, sorry about that. So I did extract these seats, and if you guys want to go back in the video to see exactly how dirty they were, you know, that's the carpet now. Okay. And I just did up into this middle piece right there. I didn't go over into the passenger side. And, you know, down there is nice and clean. The side's nice and clean. Now, what's really cool, I like seeing results like this, is the seat. The seat, I'm going to see if you guys can see this on camera, but that's the passenger side, right? And you can see the line where I stopped. And it's almost like a completely, in person, it's a completely different shade brown. Or tan, I guess you could say. But yeah, I mean, the steam cleaner works really well, cheap. Imagine what my nice one is going to be like. But I just want to show you guys a quick before and after. I'm going to finish the rest of the car, polish the dash down, and then we'll do an after video. Okay guys, so I've finished the inside of the car and thrown some
polish on the, or protectant polish on the dash, and all the vinyl plastics and stuff. I just want to give you guys a quick run around on the car. So remember that black stain that was there? I got most of it up. Couldn't get it all. I got pretty much tired of trying to get it up, but everything else came out. The panels are real clean. Let me put this seat forward. You can see that these rugs are all nice and clean. The seats are beautiful. They came out nicely. I know you already saw this side, but just so you have a reference. This car actually only has about 40,000 miles on it, and it's just beat to hell. This side, I tried so hard to get all this out, but it just didn't want to agree with me, so I used like boiling hot water too. So if that didn't take it out, then this fibers are permanently stained. So yeah, if you see any dark spots, it's just because the fabric is brushed to different directions. So everything's nice and clean. This thing was grimy. That thing came out nice too. So now we are going to go ahead and clean the engine bay and degrease it and whatnot, just because I feel like. Also guys, I just wanted to show you how disgusting the second dump of water is. This is the water that was extracted from the carpets and the seats. So, yummy, right? See, this vacuum works well. Okay guys, so this is a clean engine bay, and so the last thing I wanted to show you before I cut the video off, I used just a hose and some degreaser and a steamer and some engine dressing, and of course some leaves are back in here now, but that's because it is fall and there are leaves everywhere and it's a windy day. So she actually just came back now, the owner of this car, and she was very happy with it. Of course, she has no choice other than to be happy with it. But anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching.